Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna see really unexpected game which played in between Magnus Carlsen and Denis Lazavik. Yesterday, as we know, Rapid World Championship kicked off in New York, and in first day, the Rapid tournament is gonna take 3 days, and first day the players already played 5 rounds, and Magnus Carlsen, I don't know, something was going wrong with Magnus yesterday. We saw completely different Magnus and really low performance, and he could manage to win only one game, and then three draw, and last game he lost against 18 years old junior master Denis Lazavik. Let's have a look on the standings first. As you can see, after 5 games, Volodymyr Murzin, Shant Sargsyan, Leonard Dominguez, and Daniel Naroditsky, leading the standing list. And and after them, we not seeing like most top players. Like, don't think like they didn't join or anything. Almost all top players are playing in this crazy chess festival, and but it was so difficult beginning for all of them, and most of them lost some points, and that's why we can't see most of their names in this 20 players. So let's go to the game and let's see what happened. Lazavik opens with a queen's pawn and d4, and Carlsen responds symmetrically, and d5, then c4, c6. The Slav defense. A solid and reliable choice by Carlsen, aiming to reinforce the center while keeping options flexible. And then 65, 65. Lazarek exchanged the pawns early, leading to structure where black's c pawn no longer supports the d pawn, and which becomes a potential target in the future. But in this level, of course, these are not so important things. I mean, in the opening, they already now maybe the first 15-20 moves what they're gonna play. And then knight c3, knight f6, bishop f4, and knight c6. Yeah, normal developing piece moves, and actually there is nothing extra over here. And bishop f4, knight c6, and then e3, a6, c1, and bishop f5. Lazavik places a rook on the c file, and which may become open later. Like Carlsen develops the bishop to active square targeting c2, and then knight f3, e6. Yeah, here Lazarek plays queen b3 to attack on b7, like a common idea in such structures. And Carlsen's rook a7 defends the pawn, but it's slightly uh, awkward as the rook lacks activity, like in the future. Um, anyway, but as I said, like these are not so important things in the beginning for these high level players. I'm just saying with all details as much as possible. Um, then bishop e2, and white prepares the castle, and Carlsen follows the almost same structure. He is also preparing his castling. Yeah, after castling, Carlsen repositions his knight to d7, takes a look on c5. Here Lazaruk responds with knight a4 to have a look on c5 with with rook and knight, and also he already invested his this rook, and he placed his rook on c5 for that moment to maybe c line may open in the future, and why not to just open in front of the rook and have a look on this c file. And then Magnus responds with g5, asking about the bishop. Here Lazarek plays bishop e5, and then Magnus castling. But before castling, and Stockfish says like black is really still small but slightly better, and Stockfish says you should take it. But Carlsen doesn't prefer to take bishop. Then Lazavik goes back and bishop g3. Then h5, preparing some pawn storm on the king side, and h3, g4. White tries to slow down black's pawns, but Carlsen sacrifices a pawn to open h file. Yeah, hxg4, hxg4, and then knight h2 and knight f6. Carlsen Carlsen's pieces coordinate well. The knight on f6 adds pressure to h5 and g4, and Lazavik's knight looks temporarily out of the play on h2. Like always, you know that like the knights are not good on the corners. Like there's a saying, knight loses their two legs when they go to the corner or on the side. And so this Lazavik's this knight is still trying to survive with two legs, but yeah, it will come. Queen d1 and knight e4. Carlsen says, "Hello, what about this bishop?" And of course, Lazavik doesn't want to give this bishop, and he plays bishop f4. And Carlsen says, no, I don't want that bishop on the board anymore. So bishop g5. And then this pawn was actually, yeah, was free. And Lazavik was attacking that pawn with three pieces already. And here he takes this pawn finally. And yeah, Lazavik takes back. Yeah, then queen g7. Queen g7 is mistake, but probably he wanted to open here and put his rook and yeah, his stuff like heavy pieces on this line and create some attack over here. That's why he played king g7, but it will give some headaches to Carlsen in the soon future. Then Lazavik takes bishop g5. Carlsen takes back, and as we expected, Carlsen plays rook h8, which activates his rook properly. And here, finally, Lazavik finds the opportunity to take his knight out of this bad square, and he plays knight f3, and here Carlsen plays rook a8, which was standing here like since almost beginning of the game, and of course he want to double his rooks over here and create some attack as we said before. And then Lazavik plays queen g2. He says like, if you want to create something here, hey, I also have some heavy pieces, so I also will come to h file. I'm not gonna give it to you that easy. And then knight c3, Lazavik tries to bring his knight to help to king's side, and also he comes here with some tempo. And then rook d5. He doesn't want to trade it yet, but also he want to protect this pawn here. Queen d3 and rook h5. And then Lazarus plays rook h1. He protected his rook. He says like, if you take it, okay, I'm good. I will take your rook as well. And then Lazarus plays queen a3. And here finally Magnus Carlsen managed to bring his last heavy piece also to h file to create this battery. And Lazarus already takes h5, takes h5 back. Knight h4 is great move because also it comes with some tempo. He asking something. It's not only standing here and not only protecting. Also, it is really dynamic knight over here. Since Black's king also is really close by, and also this blocks Black's attack over here. That's why this is great move. And Carlsen retreats his knight back. Then Lazarus plays rook h1, which also protects his knight over here and also gives some control to him on h file, and also it may create some chances for discover checks in the future. And here we go. Carlsen plays that blunder like a queen f8, which gives this attack chance to Lazavik. And here actually Lazavik doesn't see that. And here actually Lazavik doesn't see that, and then Magnus sees that, and he comes actually, he brings his knight to e7 uh, to protect that square, but it's too late. It's already too late. And Lazavik finds this brilliant knight g6. And here, like you can ask why he doesn't take with this. Then because he takes with this one, here, here, and here also black doesn't have anything to play. Like just nothing. This is game over anyhow. And that's why Stokic says like you should take it with pawn. Then of course Lazavik takes Carlsen's queen, and then he takes back, and after here he just I don't think it, of course it's always doesn't matter what's your position against Magnus Carlsen, it's always difficult to manage to win until end. But of course after this moment, like I don't think it was so difficult for that young talent Lazavik. And then yeah, just simple end game. And here first he came by tempo, he earned the tempo over here again, and then he went back. Now he want to change it, and yeah, just he will change, and nothing wrong with it with and nothing wrong with it for whites, because he has two extra pawns over here, like past pawns will finish this game. And here he just plays king e2, and plays rook h1, like just without anything, and then Lazavik plays a4. And of course, just Carlsen tries last things, like he plays rook a1, and yeah, queen just protects it, and he attacks, and queen after queen b5, Magnus resigned. That was super unexpected conclusion for everybody. And today also they will play 5 more rounds, and let's see how it will go. As a last thing, again, let's have a look on the standings. This is the yeah, current standings for this moment after first day. So thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the content, don't hesitate to like the video and also subscribe to my channel to see more videos in the future. Thanks. See you next time.